And 1, 2. Actually, you know what?
Oh, my keys.
No. I'm gonna let you, because yours is a countdown. Mine starts automatically.
Okay.
So as soon as I see yours hit 2, I will hit record.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Hello, Instagram.
Hello, Periscope.
Hello, YouTube. This is the chat with L and D. I'm Lala.
I'm Devonte.
And tonight we have a very eventful show filled with the hottest topics, tea, and a little pettiness.
Lots and lots of shade.
Who should we start with first? Monique?
Oh, let's definitely talk about Monique.
That bitch is just scandalous, okay?
But I think what she said, I think need to be said.
But it's a way to say things, though. You don't have to just be like, suck my dick. There's a way to say stuff. I think.
This is true. Now, y'all, pretty much what we're talking about here, if you have not heard, Monique did a show. I'm not 100%
a comedy show at the Apollo.
She did a comedy show at the Apollo.
That was not recorded, but somebody had their phone out recording the show.
And in her show, she had said, into Oprah, Lee Daniels, and Tyler Perry, don't quote me on the order, but she had called us 3 out and said that they can suck her. You know what?
If she had one. And the reason being is because of the whole Precious movie. Mm-hmm. And it was Lee Daniels' movie. But Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey and, Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey, they were backing the movie up. And so they had her promoting the movie here in the United States. The movie did great here. And all of a sudden, they wanted her to go overseas to promote it without paying her. And therefore, she had a problem with that, which, I mean, I do agree with that. I do agree with, you're not paying any of my expenses to go overseas? Absolutely not. I'm not going to.
Oprah, it goes a little deeper than just with the movie. Remember?
Yes, with Oprah it does.
Oprah actually did a show with Monique's family, which it was supposed to be about just her brother, but Monique was blindsided when she was watching the show one day after taping her own show. Her and her husband and crew were in her trailer, and they were watching the show and pretty much found out that Monique's mother, brother, and father, just her other brother, not the one who molested her. So she ended up having 2 brothers and her mother and father on the show. And Monique had said, that her mother is pretty much out for a check. And, she's battling a lot of illnesses and things of the nature. So her mother should have never been there in the first place.
Right.
But Oprah called in advance to say, hey, I'm going to have your brother on. But before I say okay, I want to make sure you're good with it. Right. And Monique gave the go-ahead saying, hey, I'm not going to attend, but if my brother wants to get some things off his chest, people do change over time, go ahead, go for it.
Right.
But she was definitely blindsided by her whole immediate family being there.
Right.
So that really hit a nerve with Monique.
My thing with Oprah, though, she told Monique, she was like that she didn't know they were coming onto her show. Mm-hmm. Oprah Winfrey. How did you not know who's coming onto your show and who's not? That's just not possible. You know who's lined up because you have cue cards, right?
Yeah.
You have cue cards of like what you want to ask people.
There's a lot that goes into a show, especially one of Oprah's shows, because I believe that Oprah is a perfectionist. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if I said the word correctly or not, but y'all know what I mean. I just find it very, very hard to believe that Oprah did not know in advance that Monique's pretty much entire family, as far as her mother, father down, was going to be there.
Right.
So I could definitely feel where Monique is coming from. And if her mother is the way that Monique makes her out to be, if she's out for a check, we all know that the media will definitely give you a little money to appear on their show, especially if it's filled with a lot of tea. Right. And in this case, I believe there was definitely a lot of tea involved.
A lot of tea, honey.
They're talking about something from the past.
Yeah, the thing is, Monique, whenever she does a show to this day, mm-hmm. whoever calls her, she's going to talk about it on her show, just like when Tyler Perry called her, regarding the whole suck my dick thing. Mm-hmm. And he called her up and everything. on an island somewhere, and he called her up and he was just like expressing himself to her. He was just saying that he's sorry about how she felt and everything, and he was like, he don't know what he could do. And she was just like, there's nothing you can do, but except for express it to the world how y'all did me. So she wants Tyler Perry to actually go out in public and talk about this to the world.
Pretty much a public apology, so I would probably want the same thing. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, after you have pretty much trashed my name and ran me through the mud, saying that I'm difficult to work with, I'm this, I'm that, and
well, that was Lee Daniels who said that, and Lee Daniels said that only because
Tyler co-signed it, did he not?
Yeah, Tyler co-signed it. He co-signed it too with David E. Talbert when she did the movie. What was it? Something about Christmas.
Oh,
the last movie they did.
I'm trying to remember the name of the movie.
But yeah, that movie.
Y'all know what we're talking about.
But anywho, when she did that movie and everything, and Tyler Perry asked David E. Talbot, was she difficult to work with? And he said, no, not at all. No.
See, that's Hollywood for you, though. 1 minute, somebody's on your side, and when the tables are turned, they're on the other side.
Exactly.
Sure, much like I've said about the LGBT community, which we're out to get you. Always out to get you. There's always somebody from every angle. They're gonna get you one way or another if you allow it to happen.
You're so silly.
It's the truth, and many of you out there know that it's the truth. And if you're lying, you're probably one of the ones who's out to get someone.
Yeah, because we are in the LGBT community, and the thing is, we don't even stick together. We are all against each other for some odd reason. We're all
the
trying
LGBT
to
community and the black community pretty much is a very competitive community to live in. I mean, and so we have it even harder being black, which I identify as black. We'll talk about it on another show one day. I'm going to reveal some interesting results about myself. But living in the black community and living in the LGBT community, is a very, very competitive community. Who's doing what the best, whose face is beat the best, whose hair is the best, who wore it best,
who's the skinniest.
Who's the skinniest? I mean, and then if you're plus size and everything, who looks the best as the plus size model or whatever the case may be.
I have something to say about that. The whole plus size thing in the community, it's like we don't even matter. It's like we get overlooked. No, I'm serious.
Understatement.
I'm serious. It's like we get overlooked because they look for like the hottest person, and like if we're here and there's like 2 other slimmer people here, they're gonna go with the slimmer people and just overlook us like we're not even here, and it's like, dang.
I mean, it's just crazy to me with that, with people. Not saying that we're that big and everything, because no, we're not that big. We can both fit into the camera together. but if you're like obviously over the weight of, I don't know, say 210, 215, it is very obvious. If you have any kind of what is called man boob or love handle going on with you, it's just, you're not the first pick, in the community. And not only that, but also depending on your skin tone.
Yeah.
It's another thing. I mean, that's both the black community and with the LGBT community.
It is.
Most of you out there, if you're not familiar with the LGBT community, you have not heard, no blacks, no femmes, no fats, no uglies, things of that nature. Those are the things that we hear all the time. And it's very, very discouraging. And it's, pretty much you have to have a tough skin to live in either the black community or the LGBT community.
Yes, you do. ...
Since obviously every day they added another letter to our community.
Yes, yes.
So,
but if you're just not tuning in, we're talking about the whole Monique situation of her telling Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, and Oprah Winfrey she could suck her penis if she had one. I mean, Like, how do y'all feel about that? The people who's watching, y'all can write in because we're live as well.
We're live as we speak.
So,
yes.
you know, you can write in and just tell us how you feel about that. Me personally, I feel like she could have did that out of the public and just kept that between the four of them. I mean, because there's a way to do things. Those are people, well, Lee Daniels is coming up, but Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry are people with power. Those are people that you want to work with.
Mm-hmm. Then Monique has been in the public eye for years.
Yes, and I respect Monique. I loved her on the Parkers. I loved most of her movies she came out with. But the thing is, for her to go out in public and say, regardless if it wasn't recorded or not, but somebody out there was recording it. This is not like the 70s.
We definitely live in the age.
Yeah.
Somebody is recording.
When somebody is recording 24/7.
Either it's a tape recorder or somebody's recording you on Instagram, Facebook Live, Snapchat. I mean, we have seen how the media can actually go and get your snaps now. And we thought, when we downloaded the app, that after a certain amount of time, it was going to disappear. But obviously, that's not the truth.
That's not the truth.
The media is very resourceful and can get whatever they want.
Yeah,
and obviously this has come out, that Monique had said this, what she said about, Oprah, Lee Daniels, and Tyler Perry. And I do agree that she could have found a better way of saying it and maybe not have done it publicly.
Right.
But on another hand, I will say that since this happened and they're pretty much dragging her name through the mud, like I said, it has to be said. It has to be told.
Well, I don't think that they're dragging her name through the mud, so to speak. It's just the fact that they're not agreeing with the way she came with the topic, as far as like telling them to, suck her penis or whatever. And then on top of that, it's her husband.
Before she said it. What led up to it.
What led up to it, the whole Lee Daniels.
She's difficult to work with. Yeah. She's a diva. She's that. And, Monique, if y'all have not, seen where she went into detail, you should definitely go onto her channel, which Lala probably has the information because she sent it to me. And she goes into great detail of why she said what she said and what led up to this happening, Right. It wasn't just like, oh, let's just go onto stage and say, F Oprah.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, she could suck my, so it wasn't like that.
Yeah. Then on top of that, we have to understand that she's a comedian.
Yes.
So, therefore.
And she said that as well.
She said it, I think she said it as a joking manner. But we as people who love Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey and who are respectful of Lee Daniels because of his hit show Empire and then Star, we're like, no, girl, don't be saying that about them. You can't do that.
That's actually pretty funny that you said that because after this happened, I love Tyler. I love Lee Daniels because I watched several of their movies, their shows, like The Have and Have Nots, If Loving You Is Wrong, Empire, didn't Lee do Django?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Anyways, I've watched several of their movies and shows, and after this happened, and I watched what Monique had said or what led up to this, it was just like, darn, am I gonna be picking sides while watching these movies and shows? I love me some Monique. I love me some, Tyler, some Lee Daniels. Yeah. I love Oprah because the movie that came out, the Henrietta movie that came out on HBO, I did not watch that until after this happened, and I had mixed emotions watching it because I'm like, am I betraying, Monique by watching Oprah's movie? But I love me some Oprah, in this movie and everything, but am I betraying Monique? So you as a fan, you have to sit here and be like, whose side do I take? Do I just, take both sides? Or do I just be like, child, ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm going to watch my I'm gonna watch my show.
That's funny you say that because on her live feed when she was talking about when Tyler Perry called her, people, they were calling into her show on the radio, and they were actually saying that they were not going to watch anything that has to do with Oprah Winfrey or Tyler Perry or Lee Daniels because of that. But she told them, she was like, no, my brothers and sisters, you respect and watch and encourage and support Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey, and Tyler Perry. regardless of what's going on, encourage them, because of the simple fact is we're all in the black community, and we all still need to support each other no matter what's going on. But they are Monique fans to the core, and so they were willing to not support anything regarding Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, or Lee Daniels because of this situation. But I'm just like, she wants an apology. Monique wants an apology. She wants a public apology from everybody involved, regardless if it's Oprah's team, Tyler's team, and Lee Daniels' team, because those are just names, but it's people behind that too that she wants apologies from. And if she doesn't get those from those people publicly, I messed that word up, publicly, then she's not gonna have it. But again, if you have a private conversation with Monique over the phone, oh, you best believe, baby, your ass is gonna be talked about on the show the next night.
So with that being said, don't say anything that you don't want aired out.
Yes, because she's telling everything. She told Tyler Perry over the phone that you do know I'm going to have this talk in my show tomorrow night or tonight or whatever. Whenever he called her, she was doing the show, I think the next night or the night or that same night or something. But she did tell him that she was going to talk about it, and he, okayed it. So,
And pretty much once you become a star on any level, there's always going to be something out there about you that's going to be said. I mean, you just have to see if you can live with it or not. But like I said, with the leading up to what happened here, because I know how I am, and I just feel like, I don't know, I'm just assuming, but I feel like it definitely comes from definitely a money, point here, because when there are things being said about you, especially in that particular industry, that can definitely hinder you from getting jobs, getting interviews or whatever else comes, invitation to an award ceremony. Because what some people don't know is in that particular industry, you might not be paid for a movie, but you will be paid to just show up on the red carpet.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, a few years back and everything, when there was the whole Tiger Woods thing, people didn't know that Tiger Woods didn't even have to play any of his games anymore. He could just show up to a game and be paid $20,000 just for showing up, just for being on the greenery. He was being paid $20,000 just for showing. So he didn't need to win a game. He could have came in 19th. But just for showing up, he got $20,000.
Yep.
And like I said, what led up to this, we don't know if it came from money aspect or respect, just, the respect of it, altogether. But if Monique is not getting those calls, to, get a movie, get a guest star on a show, get a radio interview or whatever, this hinders her money.
Right. Well, actually, you know what? I don't think it really hinders her money, because she's started in stand-up comedy, whatever. I think I messed that word on me up too. Stand-up comedy. She started there too.
It doesn't mess up her money all, on certain things, because just by her being a comedian, that's just like with Cat Williams. For almost a whole year, it was just like every other month something with Cat Williams went down. But that didn't mess up his stand-up.
I think it was publicity, though, just to keep his name out there.
That's a possibility as well. And we've heard things about that. That's like with the Chris Brown and not Chris Brown, chat. Soulja Boy and what's it, Chris Brown?
Yeah, Soulja Boy and Chris Brown. That was a freaking mess.
When they were supposed to be fighting each other. Was it Soulja Boy?
Yes, Soulja Boy and Chris Brown. A mess. And they went out with the whole thing and nothing happened. Like for a whole 3 weeks. And after that, then it came Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma. And so it's just like, and then Lil' Kim, she tried to get in on the shot too, but she got, classically dismissed. Having that no more. We already had the whole Nicki Minaj and Lil' Kim beef and everything.
Well, Nicki has gone rounds with several people from the game.
Yeah.
She's gone around with Mariah. I think she had something with Miley Cyrus at one point in time.
Yeah.
I mean, so but I don't see why Nikki needs that publicity because I mean her fan base is huge. I mean,
her fan base is huge.
Especially
Those 3
in the
songs
LG.
she put out when she tried to diss Remy Ma now, those things flopped. Like nobody listened to them. They were
really
like
did
the lowest ratings ever.
I think the reason why they flopped was because Remy really went hard on her diss track, and it was just all her, and the things that Nikki did was like collaborations with other people.
Yeah.
So from the rap community, it was just like, oh girl, you're weak.
And then now Nikki, I guess, to clap back at Remy Ma, she's giving out full scholarships to kids now. Yeah, really, she is. She is. But you have to have all A's. No B's, no C's. You have to have all A's.
But there's a struggle I had in this education community.
I
did a scholarship. I got 1 C. If I need to go to college, I get this money because you know they're not giving out jobs no more than just diplomas.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to study. Because, you know, I need to go ahead and meet Nikki so she can go and give me that full scholarship. So, you know, I can't go with y'all today.
You know, with that new one in the office now, the NAACP losing some funding.
But I think that was a dig at Remy, though. Because she knows that Remy doesn't have her amount of money to give away like that. So, she's trying to do something positive. But at the same time, it's still a diss towards Remy. Because now people are like, okay, so Remy, what are you going to do? That's all you got was just a diss track that went well?
Hey, well, on that particular note, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, but at least Remy did say in her diss track that her money comes from us straight to her, and Nikki's has to touch at least 17 hands before she gets 2 pennies. So, with that aspect of it, yeah, you might be getting more money than me, but how many people have to dig into yours before you finally get yours?
Yes.
And even with the scholarship funding, that has to be approved by a board. Mm-hmm. Then you can't just kind of say, I want to give away money.
Oh, I think it has been approved, though.
Oh, it probably has been approved, but since Nikki actually falls underneath people like management and everything, she has to get money like that approved.
Right.
Hey, Mikey.
Hey, baby.
Mikey, can we get a bottle of water because
sorry, guys.
Jeremy's friend, he wants a bottle of water.
Okay, you can have one, okay? And listen, we're recording, so you can't come in here, okay, baby?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. Give us 1 second here. Hello, if you're watching us, we're talking about Monique.
At the moment, we're talking about Monique, but we have more
We have more topics.
We have definitely more things to talk
about.
More
topics. Thank you. You can stay. He's fine. Okay, so with the whole Monique thing, the thing about that is just, you know, she should have been more respectful of how she said things regarding Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey and Lee Daniels. I'm kind of tired of talking about the topic now. Should we move on?
Yeah, I mean, we can move on to the next thing, which the next thing I definitely want to talk about is going to be 3LW.
Oh, yes.
You know.
Yes.
Where
promises.
Oh, yeah, crazy.
Which, if you did not watch The Real this week, then you've been living under a rock to not have known that Naturi Naughton and Adrian Bailon met up again for like the first time ever publicly to us. Mm-hmm. And even though Adrian, she said that she apologized to Naturi like a few years back when they met up.
She wanted to, I believe she said she was in the interview, and they
she wanted to publicly apologize
backstage, and they, you know, she apologized for everything that went down, and you know they were in a good place after that. But once they pretty much hit The Real, and they said what they said about their management, which was they were kids at the time and they went through a lot of things. The adults in the situation put a lot of fear into them, And
thank you. Well, my head was extra big on that. I promise y'all I have an extra big head. I just leave up to get something for my dog. Okay? But let's continue.
As we were saying, they pretty much say that, that they were kids at the time when everything went down, that on between them, and it had a lot to do with the management putting a lot of fear.
Let me just clear everybody up with the whole management thing. The girl Keely Williams, the one with the thick tongue, promises. Her sister was also her mother. I know. But no,
you got some.
Her sister.
You got some Medea big happy family moments going on. You never known that your sister sitting next to you at the dinner table asking your mama.
No, okay, so her sister.
Have a battle moment, like for real.
Yes, her sister was her mother, but at the same time, she was her legal guardian. So I don't know what happened to her mom or whatever, but her sister became her legal guardian, which she looked up to as a mother figure. So it was. Her name was Michelle. Her name is Michelle Williams, not of Destiny's Child, but her name is Michelle Williams.
I'm myself.
There's another manager, I think, who was like the tour manager. Her name is Tess Williams, or whatever. She's the one who's been coming at Notori and both Adrian by long for their public apology on the reel, and she's been like slandering them. And I'm just like, why are you even saying anything? Because everything Notori Naughton had said to Wendy Williams back in the day regarding the whole situation, because that whole situation happened here in South Carolina when it was here.
Really?
Yeah, they were on the road and they saw the KFC and it's not funny.
Kentucky Fried
It's not funny. Okay. Notori, she was talking to their website guy who does the website, whatever. She was like, giving insight to him of like what's going on with 3RW and all that stuff and why she was getting kicked out. And what Adrian heard her say, what was reported was, Notori said the two light-skinned girls are kicking me out of the group. But it had nothing to do with Adrian nor Keely. It was more of the managers, because the managers wanted Notori to sleep with one of the St. Lunatics. Just to get a spot on the show. Because if you did not notice, like each girl had their own personality. Therefore, Notori said she was the more dark-skinned girl. She was the more hoodish chick. And so that's why they wanted her to get with the St. Lunatics and sleep with one of the guys. And she said absolutely not. She said no, she was not going to do that. Not just for a spot on the show. I mean, therefore,
definitely an issue with the LGBT and the black community.
Yes.
How we're viewed, what people assume and things. Because I'm about 6'2". I'm not gonna say what my real weight is, but I'm over 200. I'll say that much, and I have long hair with braids. So before getting to know me, just from looking at me, automatically I will probably get that, oh, he's probably hoodish.
Yeah.
He probably has a bad attitude. Oh, let me clench my purse because I'm probably going to rob you, which I've actually received those type of looks before, and I work in healthcare, and I will be going down the hallway, and I will see a doctor, I will see a nurse, I will see a patient's family member, and I will acknowledge them like, hey, how you doing? And I'll get a
all because of the way you wear
all because of the way I look. All because of the way I wear my hair. All because of my size, my height, my skin tone. I mean, and it's crazy, that these kind of things still happen in the way our country is pretty much definitely going backwards with certain ways of thinking. But what can you say? What can you do? You can only pretty much do the whole kill people with kindness thing and continue to be professional in the things that you do. But
thank you for the love.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But like I said, in the LGBT community and the black community, it is just very crazy that your skin tone can definitely play a big role in job opportunities. How people view you. Oh,
hello,
Russia.
Hello.
Hi.
If you're just now tuning in, we're talking about the whole 3LW chaos that's going on with Naturi Naughton, Adrian Ballon, and their former 3LW manager, Teese Williams.
But she definitely dragged Adrian.
She dragged Adrian, and she even went for her with the Cheetah Girls. Now, we all know that the whole reason why the Cheetah Girls broke up is because Raven Simone left the group because she had another fulfillment to do with, I think, with a movie project. I think it was College Road Trip at the time. She was doing that, so she couldn't film the Cheetah Girls. That's why they broke up. The thing that Teese was going around saying, everybody knows the reason why the Cheetah Girls broke up is because Disney wasn't having it when a naked picture leaked of Adrian Ballon.
And also that she was sleeping with a married man. Teese let all that out, because when I read, her posts on Twitter and stuff, I was just like, wow, I cannot believe that she just really just said, let's not talk about you sleeping with a married man.
And she even said Kanye, ? I think she was just saying, did you get to Kanye too before Kim did? So it's just like, that's just messy. And it goes to prove that everything that Naturi had said back in 2002 proved to have been true about Keely Williams, Michelle Williams, and Teese Williams. Like, those girls are all evil. And it's like, Naturi, she did respond back, and I can't quote her, verbatim, but she did say something on the line like, girl, bye. Hashtag karma is a bitch. Which it is. What is Keely doing now? Nothing. Keely isn't doing she ain't doing nothing. All she had was 3LW, and she was lucky to get into the Cheetah Girls. Okay? That was it. Other than that, she's not really doing anything. She had YouTube shows here and there with the other girl from the Cheetah Girls, Sabrina. She had YouTube shows on here, but
I'm not gonna lie. After Raven left, I didn't really follow the Cheetah Girls like that.
Nobody did, because at the time
I had
Raven,
no idea
was
about Naturi or anybody else that came after that, because
it was rumors on That's So Raven about Adrian Ballon, because she was like, according to what Raven has said on the set of That's So Raven, Adrian was a bitch. Like, there was always cat fights between them and everything.
And see, I'm not gonna lie, I can actually somewhat kind of see that.
She's a bitch on the real.
I mean,
excuse me, Adrian. I'm sorry, honey, but hey, I have followed you for a very long time, but you just have an attitude about you, and it's just like, I can only take you so much. I can only take you so much. I respect you for everything that you've done, so far, and I'm very happy for you in all of your success and your,
all the endeavors that you go through in life.
Exactly, and the thing that you're, married to a gospel singer and all that stuff. I'm happy for you. But who? She met a gospel singer.
She's acting when she acting.
You stop it. I'm happy for her, but the thing is, she just had this persona of a bitch all throughout those years. And the thing is, she told Naturi that she was just sorry for backing Keely up. Now, the whole plate issue with 3LW, Keely was the one who threw a plate of Kentucky Fried Chicken into Naturi's face, not Adrian. Adrian sat there and watched it, but backed Keely up, because the simple fact was, Keely...
Hold on. They threw a plate of what?
They got into a heated argument and everything, and... Excuse me. They got into a heated argument, and Keely Williams, promises. She threw a plate of...
Every time she say that name, she's going to do that. Just so y'all know.
Just so y'all know who she is, because she was going to open up the song. I'm getting tired of you, but promises. Yeah, that. So, anywho.
She's going to do it every single time. Y'all just watch it.
She just said, I think she just like, promises. Okay. But Anywho, no, but she was the one who threw a plate of Kentucky Fried Chicken into Notori Knox's face. The whole thing was funny when I heard Kentucky Fried Chicken, Jeff. I'm just like,
as I was like, threw a plate of Kentucky.
Of hot Kentucky Fried Chicken.
It might be hot or not. I mean, you got the original recipe thrown in your face, or crispy for that matter.
Right.
I'm sorry. Well, we fighting. That's just no.
Now this is
a
where
new level of having something thrown in your face.
Right. This is gonna cut off anyways. But the whole thing with Adrian, the reason why she stuck by Keely is because she was like, "Yo, girl, I gotta get this money for my mom, for my family, and everything like that." And I kind of understand that, because that's business. But I know that y'all was best friends and everything like that. I knew y'all kind of like grew up together. Y'all slept in like bunk beds and all that stuff together, and y'all shared the same space together. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it was wrong. But I understand where she was coming from at that time, because we don't know where Adrian came from before 30W. We don't know what her life was like. Mm-hmm. Maybe when she got into 30W, maybe she started living in lavish hotels, and that was like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is like where I want to be.
That when you get a position or a particular platform, it will change you. This is why I'm gonna reference the Black community a lot, but in the Black community, you will hear all the time, or when a Black person gets a position, or when somebody gets a position in the Black community, it goes to their head and they start acting like this, they start acting like that, and you will definitely hear they start acting like a white person.
Yeah.
When they get a little money, they start acting like this, start acting like that, and you can't take them serious, you can't do this, you can't do that. So you will, in I guess you could say a minority community, when somebody gets a certain position or platform, it definitely will go to their head. Yeah. And there will pretty much be the argument, oh girl, since you got this money, boy, since you got that job, down at that law firm or this and that,
shit.
Which you don't want nobody to know you're working in that mail room.
Yeah, exactly.
So T-stars, coming out, about people because you work in a certain building, but nobody knows what you do in that building.
Right.
So,
and from then on, for Notori, she had to catch a flight alone they were here in South Carolina. I don't know where, but I know they were in South Carolina somewhere. They had to stop there. And they kicked Notori off the tour bus. They sent her to North Carolina, where she had to fly back home to Jersey. And she was off the show. But at the same time, they were having an understudy, which was the other Black girl who came into the group. I think her name is Jay or something like that. But she came into the group later on, before the group disbanded, because they was doing the Cheetah Girls, I believe. So it's like they wanted Notori out of the group, and I guess Jay, she probably told people that she would probably do anything
to stay.
And they probably said anything. But with Notori, she was a little girl. She was only a teenager. But you're asking a teenage girl, a little girl at that, who probably haven't even experienced sex, to go sleep with somebody in the St. Lunatics just so they can have a spot in their show. Like, who does that?
It's not right at all, but we do know for a fact that in that industry, the music industry, the TV, movie industry, they will solicit you to do a lot of things.
Anything.
Just to keep your spot, just to keep a check coming in.
Hell, look at the damn Kardashians.
The Kardashians are doing just anything to stay in the spotlight.
I don't even know why they're here. I don't even like them. Oh my God, just blow away. Because
I don't want to put Caitlyn down. I really don't want to put Caitlyn down, but I feel like the Caitlyn Jenner thing coming out definitely helped to revamp the Kardashians. Because I feel like before that happened, the ratings were going down. People weren't watching like they used to watch and things, but then Caitlyn came out and the shows kind of intertwined with each other, and then the whole Kanye interrupting, award shows and stuff, that helped the Kardashians, out a lot. I mean, it's
Can I just say
doing
this real
anything to
fast?
stay
Can
in the
I just
spotlight.
say this real fast about Caitlyn Jenner? Why wait now to change your life around? Why not have did that in your younger days?
I think I guess I'll play devil's advocate for a moment on that one. I will have to say the era.
The era, yeah, the timing, yeah, that too.
The timing is off as far as Caitlyn being happy for most of her life. But given the era that, she grew up in,
that's true.
There would have been a lot of money lost. Family wise,
yeah,
they have turned on her. There may have been surgeons that would have refused to do the surgeries. Doctors that would have refused to give her, estrogen boosters, hormone, boosters or suppressors, whatever the terminology is correctly, because I'm not diverse in the trend world, so I don't know what you do and don't need. Although I have heard that you have to definitely go through evaluations and psychological evaluations in order to be taken seriously in that particular community before you're even approved for surgeries. But I would definitely have to say that the reason why Caitlyn became Caitlyn, 4 years ago?
Was it 3?
3? Somewhere between 3 and 5 years.
Yeah.
Somewhere between 3 and 5 years ago, Bruce went from Bruce to Caitlyn, or Caitlyn from Bruce to Caitlyn, I should say. And being in the LGBT, we definitely have respect, for her to a certain extent.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm not laughing at you, okay? I'm laughing at the fact that Caitlyn Jenner, she was recently on The Talk with Sharon Osbourne and Cheryl Underwood and everything. And the table is open at the bottom. So therefore you can see everybody's feet.
Caitlyn don't shave.
No, she shaved. This is where she was sitting.
How was she sitting?
It's like that. My feet were like just all humongous. It was just like, you could tell those were the ladies. And then you get to the Caitlyn, and like she was just sitting dead in the middle. They had 2 right here. It was Caitlyn, then they had 2 right here. And so it's just like,
them feet.
Girl! Somebody put a sheet over that table.
That is one of the things with the trans community going from man to woman or woman to man.
Right. And I have no problem with the trans community because I want to one day to become trans. So, but that's a different story. But the thing is,
we'll talk about that on the later show as well.
Yeah. The thing with Caitlyn is I respect her and I love her for what she did. I love her for transitioning and I respect her for that. The only thing is, I don't know if it was just for publicity.
Well, see, that actually came up at work
for the show.
Me. With me one day. I was working with a co-worker. I'm not going to say his name or like that because I don't want to get fired. Even though he was fired.
Really?
Yes, but I ain't going to say. We'll talk about it off camera.
Yes.
And they were talking about it on the radio. I was helping to train my own manager, which is another issue. We'll talk about that one day as well. Yeah. So I'm driving, and he's my passenger that day. We're heading to a patient's house, and the Caitlyn Jenner, story came up on the radio, and he turns to me and was like, "Do you think he's doing this?" He said, "He, not she. Do you think he's doing this just for publicity?" And so, me being me, I was just like, "Well, you tell me. Would you tuck your penis? Would you put on a breastplate and makeup and a wig and go out in public and call yourself a different name? And swear up and down that all your life you felt different? It's like, do you know how that feels in any way whatsoever? Do you know how it feels to question yourself? To be like, am I really this way? Am I really that way? I I a real boy? Am I a real girl? Things of that nature. I said, because I didn't come out to him, but I was just like, there are people out there, who go through this every single day of not knowing if I tell my truth, will I be accepted?
Right.
I'm like, and I just don't, I said, especially for a man, I just don't feel like a man will say, oh, I think I was born in the wrong body. I think I'm a girl. Now, not saying that women will do it, but I just see women portraying men more than you see men portraying women.
Yeah. I just never got that. No offense to studs or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was growing up and in school, I saw a lot of studs. I saw a lot of girls who dressed like boys.
You will see tomboys way before you will see a girly was said as a girly boy.
Right.
Of course, growing up, I'm only 26 and everything, but seeing the things that I've seen in the 90s, you will hear the word metrosexual, but never gay, bi, and trans.
Right.
Because with Prince, God rest his soul, but Prince
was a bad mother.
Prince and like Little Richard, no one truly knows what their sexuality was, but throughout their career, they definitely got the label of metrosexual, which is, oh, that's a man, but he has a lot of feminine.
It's another word for that too. I would think of it in just a second. That's another word for that. But you can go ahead. I can think of it in just a second.
So, with that discussion, with my coworker that way, that particular day, and him asking me, do I think that Caitlyn is doing this just for publicity? I was just kind of like, I don't think
androgynous. That's what it's called.
Androgynous.
Yes, androgynous.
I love how she interrupts me.
I'm sorry. I was like, what it feels like, but it's there. I gotta say it. Look. If I wait, child, it's gonna say, I'll try to hold on when I gotta catch on to
it. But I'm done. I can't do.
I'm sorry.
But I just feel like he definitely is probably one of those people who does not have respect or sympathy, I guess you would say. Even though we don't need the sympathy, because I could care less if you do or don't like me.
Right.
But he's probably one of those people who just thinks that, oh, a gay guy will come out as gay just so nobody will make him work hard because of the stereotype that gay men are weak.
Yep.
Caitlyn is doing this just because, Bruce is not raking in the dollars like he used to. So now he wants to be Caitlyn and get publicity and get checks for interviews and things of that nature. But like I said, we don't know why he did it.
Mm-hmm.
I could care less why. I
respect him and I love him for it. Well, let's not call him him. Let's call him her.
Her.
Because at the end of the day, I want people to call me her or she. Mm-hmm. Even though I don't dress like a her or she just yet, but hey, when I do dress up, honey, it's fair. Okay. But that's another story. But I respect her and I love her for the person that she is and the person that she's becoming because she's still growing and she's still learning a lot.
I'll say this about Caitlyn. Yeah, my honest opinion. I just feel like Caitlyn should have stayed behind a black screen until Caitlyn looked like Caitlyn.
No, well, yeah, that too. But I think she was just so happy to come out and to be like, I'm free. This is who I've always wanted to be. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how old she was when she first came out, but I think...
Well, I think she kind of just... Ooh.
He passed gas. Both. He over here. Marquise, you popping off gas over there?
Oh, no, that's a dog.
Popping off gas.
That's the dog.
Let me tell y'all
There's a fan. Don't you dare. There's a fan over there in the corner and it's blowing my way. So.
Well, it wasn't my tush. I don't know what you're trying to say. That wasn't me.
I'm saying
no
that
types of wins over here.
I blamed it on the pooch.
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm.
If y'all could see,
he is. No, my baby is cute. Just
if y'all can see this big rump roast dog that's walking around. Rump roast.
He's not. He's not fat. He's just pleasantly plump.
Let me see. See if this little dog can come here. Come on here.
Come here,
bring your little bad butt over
here. Come
here,
baby.
Show the world this dog.
This is my bow, everybody.
Y'all see how much of a camera that
Stop it.
Look at that.
This is my bow.
Look at it.
He's not fat. He's just pleasantly plump.
That ain't plump.
I love my baby.
See,
I love my baby. He's heavy as he want to be.
When you pick that dog up, you squeeze the nut. Do it again.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did. You know you smell it because you're trying to close it up.
Whatever, Marquise. Who was that? Never ever play yourself. Exactly. That's so true. That's so true. Thank you for watching, by the way. We appreciate that. And if y'all see us looking here, or there, we're on different cameras here. We're on Instagram, Periscope, and YouTube. So, yes. But we were talking about the whole 3LW thing. We talked about Monique. Who else do we have to talk about? Who else did? Oh, KK.
Yeah, let's talk about KK.
Let's touch on KK real fast before our time is up here. Too old to be doing the stuff that she was doing and saying the stuff that she was saying on her Periscope Live. I mean, you're almost 60 years old.
What was the girl's name?
Tommy. She was coming for
Tommy
because Tommy was on Instagram like a few days
before. The very day before.
The very day before, but she also was doing it way before that too.
Yeah, leading up to, she did it several times. Yeah. But she really struck her nerve the day before.
Yeah,
you know, saying
KK said, "Okay, bitch, you know, I was watching you. I stayed quiet, but the bitch trying to come for me, now I gotta come for her." Whoever Tiffany kept calling KK during her Periscope Live. She was like,
KK kept hitting reject. Yeah, it was like, Tiffany, don't call me because you should have called last night. And everything was
Tommy.
Was
cute.
When you thought it was cute and funny, but now y'all want me to shut up and everything. And no, I got something to say. And I mean, she went on for like close to an hour and a half. You know, and
go ahead.
She was just really going in, you know, saying so much and pretty much just like releasing family secrets.
Yes, a lot of family secrets. But before she said
drug rings and everything, I don't know what all illegal activity was involved in, but she definitely hit on that they had some illegal activities going on. You know, that's where some of the money came from. Yep. Is there some Scrappy? Is it?
Son Scrappy.
Yeah. Scrappy, her son who was in prison and everything, and how they got onto the show, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Oh, speaking of the show, honey, Scrappy had said, not Little Scrappy, but Scrappy, he said that he got a call from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and they wanted him on the show. But he had to bring a bitch, he said, to the show. KK said, well, I know this bitch who would be good for the show, but I haven't spoke to her in like 5 years or so. I can find her because she has a big personality.
Well, speaking on that, because it wasn't just that KK knew somebody. Scrappy did not want to bring his baby mama onto the show. Yeah. And KK was like, no, she needs to be on the show because I ain't paying the girl. Well, she didn't say girl. I don't curse like Lala do. But at least on camera.
What are you trying to say? I said,
hey, B, I'm not paying the B, you know, bills and everything. She always needs some money and she needs to take care of my grandbaby.
Bless the water, child.
Amen. But she was saying that the baby mama needs to get a check because she's not going to be paying her to take care of her grandbaby. So the girl needs to be on the show. But Scrappy did not want her on the show. So that's when she was like, she would call up Tommy. And she let it out that Tommy had being interviewed beforehand.
Oh yes.
Before the show, but could not get on because they did not want her. But then when she brought her back,
they didn't even know.
They didn't even know
who she was because of her plastic surgeries.
Mm-hmm. Because she had so much surgery that they didn't even know who she was.
They didn't know who she was.
And so when KK brought her back, because of a current cast member, I guess you could say, saying let's bring her on, that helped to boost her making the cut.
Well, actually, they were introduced by, they were some kind of Stevie J. Those are Stevie J's people. So I think Stevie J pulled some strings to get them on there, but due to Mona Scott, oh, I love Mona Scott. She's a messy ass bitch, y'all. I love that chick. She's messy. Mona Scott. She was Missy Elliott's manager too. I didn't know that. But anyhow, see. So, but according to Mona Scott, she wanted not Little Scrappy, but she wanted Scrappy to bring on a bitch on the show with him, but Scrappy brought two. He brought in two.
Very drama.
Very dramatic. And you know, beforehand, I thought that Love and Hip Hop was scripted, like in a way. But when I was listening to and watching KK's Instagram Live, I was like, it's not really that scripted because this stuff goes on for real. Like this beef, like this internet beef goes on for real. I guess with the Housewives of Atlanta too, like that stuff actually be real that they be going through. And I thought it was just like for publicity for the show, just to get us hyped up to watch the next season of the show or the next episode of the show. But no, according to what KK then, I don't know what the other members got going on, the other cast members got going on. But I know Rashida and Kurt, I think theirs is real. But as far as KK,
she got some things going on for real with her, don't she?
Yeah.
Especially with we don't know if it was really her son or not, but it was a video that was leaked of her son, but we not for certain.
Wait a minute, what happened there?
Rashida's son.
I hear that.
There was possibly a video where he was supposed to be sending a video to a guy. He was doing some things in the video. And so we know Rashida has that going on. We don't know if that's going to be aired on the show one day or not.
This is the chat that Marquise, you don't talk to us, damn it. This is not damn daytime television. Well, now, what the hell was he doing? Find that video.
You know, the internet, you know, they say, oh no, that's not, you know, him, that's not her because of this scar, this ear, that hairdo, whatever. But in the video that I've seen that I'm not, you know, happy to say that I watched because I did not know that the child was as young as he was.
Oh, never mind.
So
that's okay.
You look, if you're watching it, watch it for just tea and gossip purposes, not to get your rocks off, you nasty people. Rashida's son is what, 16?
Oh, that's too young. Never mind.
Yeah. But in the video, he is showed playing with himself.
Oh.
And
that's child pornography.
It is.
No.
It was sent to me by another friend, and I did not know until I read the comments, and I was just like, what in the world is really going on? You know.
I didn't know she had a 16-year-old son though.
I think he's somewhere around. He's in his teens,
I didn't know
but not legal teens.
Oh, okay.
You know. But that's another thing, which is crazy. But you know, given the state that you live in, you know, of the whole age of consent, so whoever he sent the video to, yes. We're getting a caller.
This is our third co-host, possibly.
I'm going to call her later, though.
Marquise, how dare you send our good friend?
Because she's... I know she's not calling about the show, so...
You don't think she's watching? Janelle, are you watching in here? God, they're not watching in here, so you got to be watching in here. So, you know... But
I know that Rashida will probably, either on the show or at some point in time,
Yeah.
we're making a statement, about either that wasn't her son or maybe the producers of the show doesn't want her to talk about it because they might want to have it.
It's going down.
Yeah, but they might want to have, her talk about it, on the show. So that's one of the things about the media and especially reality TV that we don't hear a lot of things until the show airs.
Right.
So
Instagram, I know that you're about to cut off on me. So if you want to continue to watch the show, we will have this show posted on YouTube very shortly, as well as Periscope watchers too. So I just thank y'all for watching us. Thank y'all for viewing us. This is our first test run. We don't know how we did, but we hope we did great. We wish you all in Instagram world a very blessed weekend. Be safe out there. Enjoy yourselves, and we love you. Bye. Cut off on me,
Show them did. But we're also going to wrap this up on Periscope and YouTube as well, because even though we're going to be doing more shows and we're trying to get this all together and work out our kinks and everything, this is more along the lines of our test run.
Right. So you're seeing it first. You're seeing this first.
You're seeing all of these errors and things that we're making, trying to make sure we're rolling smoothly and trying to get our audience and things up as we speak, but you are all the first viewers, so
let you feel special.
Yes, hopefully y'all liked what y'all heard, and feel free to write into us. We will be releasing a email address, which also, since you're on Periscope and Instagram and also Facebook, feel free to hit us up on those particular sites. Which, if you want to find me on Facebook, you can find me at Marquise Neal. That's MarquisNeal. So if you'd like to follow me on Facebook or a friend request me on Facebook, feel free. And also my Snapchat is Devon1290, and that is DEVON 1290. And you can message me on there as well or follow me. And voila.
Awesome. Well, you can follow me, or actually you can add me as a friend on Facebook at Mikey Love, MIKEY Love, LOVE. Or you can follow me on Snapchat at BaddieRed410. That's BADDIE Red REDD 410.
So we look forward, to getting to know people, and we're also going to be doing an advisory, section on our coming up shows. So if there's ever anything that y'all would like for us to talk about, or that you would like to write in and ask us about, our, advice on or our point of view on, feel free. And we will do our best to make each and every one of you happy,
Exactly.
I know we won't get everybody who's going to be happy with us and everything, but that's the world that we live in.
And I would try my best to not curse as much, but I just can't help it. Hell, y'all like T.S. Madison, she be saying some vulgar stuff, so why can't I say some vulgar stuff too? He's just more of a good man. He don't curse as much.
Well,
Oh gosh, Marquise. Well, hey, you never know. Somebody might just hit you up. You never know. Hey, we had a viewer from Russia.
Yes.
That was great.
We're around the world.
We're what you call it?
International.
International.
It's like my company. We're international.
Yes.
So, but it was definitely nice talking with each and every one of you. We love all of you.
Yes.
And we hope you loved us.
Yes.
And until the next show.
Thank you for tuning in to the chat with
LND.
Exactly.
Right. And this is Lala. I'm Devonte, and we will see you on the next show.
Bye. Yay! We did it, Marquise. We did it. Sweet love. Now, do you want to